Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I'll be going over 3 ways to save money on luxury purchases. The first 2 methods require traveling and the last one just requires some patience. I'll first start with the most cost-saving method, traveling abroad, more specifically to Europe. This was how I saved the most money when purchasing my Celine and Goyard bags. 3 reasons why this method works. Number 1, you will be not only saving on your domestic taxes, but you will also get a VAT refund. Number 2, bags in Europe are just priced lower in general than compared to the US. Number 3, and depending on if you are coming from the US or from a different country, you may get even additional savings with the currency exchange rate. Let me give you an example with my Celine bag. If I were to buy my Celine bag where I live right now, the Celine Phantom Tote would be $1,850. And then you tack on the sales tax of 8.25% based on the state that I'm in, which is an additional $152. That leads to a total of about $2,000. Now let's compare it to when I bought the purse in France. So the price of the same bag in France was 1,300 EU, which is about 1,536 USD. In this example, I just used today's exchange rate of 1.18 USD to 1 EU. Already, that's $300 savings in just the price alone. Then we have an additional 10.8% in VAT refunds. The EU prices already have a 20% VAT tax built in, and for whatever reasons, you don't get the full 20% back, but 10.8% is still a significant amount. So if we take 10.8% of the price of the bag, which is $1,536, that equals to be about $166. So in total, I only spent about $1,370 for my Celine bag. It would have costed me $2,000 for the same bag if I had bought it in the States. That's a total of almost $700 in savings for my Celine bag just by purchasing it overseas. So by far, this is going to be your best saving method, but it does require a plane ticket overseas. What I generally do is I just save all my large luxury purchases for my yearly trip abroad. Now, a bit of advice when you're claiming VAT. Always ask for it in the currency of the country that you're leaving from. So for example, our flight back to the US was out of the UK. So we claimed our VAT at the UK airport. Naturally, when given the option, we asked for a cash refund in USD. But at that time, what we didn't know was that they charge a commission when you ask for a refund that isn't in their currency, and they also have a ridiculously unfair exchange rate. So we ended up probably losing about 10% of our refund just from this small minor mistake. So it's definitely better to ask for a cash refund in their currency, and then when you're back at home, you can exchange the money back to your home currency at a local bank. Now, it does cost an extra 3%, I believe, to get the VAT back in cash. So if you want to save on that 3%, you can opt to wait for either a credit back on your credit card or they'll mail you a refund via a check. Knowing this, we still opted for the cash refund on the spot because we just didn't know how fast or reliable that other process would be. The second method is to travel domestically. The best states to travel to would be Alaska, Delaware, Montana, New Hampshire, Oregon, and Hawaii. The first 5 states are listed because they don't have any sales tax. So your savings will vary depending on where you live, but in my case, I would save 8.25%. Now, Hawaii is listed in this list for a different reason. Hawaii's sales tax is 4.44%, which is definitely on the lower end, but the main reason you'll be saving money when you purchase from Hawaii is that the price of the purse is actually going to be lower. I don't really know the reason behind it, maybe because Hawaii is such a popular tourist destination, but before COVID, the LV website actually broke off Hawaii as a separate region from the US. Prices were typically 20 to 30% cheaper than if you bought it in any other state. Unfortunately, I can't show you and tell you exactly how much cheaper it is because the LV website has removed Hawaii as a separate region. But the last time I checked, it was earlier this year before COVID. Now, lastly, if you can't travel, you can simply just wait for sales. Sales can be from department stores like Nordstrom or Saks or online luxury websites. I'll go ahead and post some of those websites in the description box below. Gucci, Chloe, and Saint Laurent are common brands that will go on sale through these sellers. Some other brands will have their own biannual sales, such as Mulberry and Ferragamo. However, The one downside to this method is that some brands, such as Celine, Goyard, and LV, they just never have sales. So for some of you who are really set on a specific bag, this method may not work out as well. Now, these 3 ways are just to buy brand new unused bags, but obviously there's a great resale market too for used and vintage bags. I'm just not as familiar with the process, but I think that would be another great option if you want to be more economical or just even more environmental. I hope you guys have found this video helpful. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe for more. I'll see you guys next time.